So listen, when I saw this story on the Sunday World, the cover page, I was like, I'm not doing the story. I was like, I ain't doing it, okay? But my gossip brain was like, but it's on the Sunday World. And I was like, no, 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 no. I've spoken about this marriage long enough to understand this marriage more than I understand my own marriage. I know more about Sello Maake marriage to Pelmbewe than I do about my own. And that is not normal, okay? That is not normal. I was like, I am talking, this Sunday, I am talking about Sello Maake marriage, okay? Okay, but my brain was like, Pantando, you have said it yourself that if the Sunday World is still talking about the story, that it's worth talking about. And I was like, okay, I'll just read the story. Okay, I'll just read the story just to store the information, but I'm not doing a video. Okay, but then I read the story and I was like, now I have to come here and read the story to you because I can't be doing this alone. Now, you guys, I don't know how I missed this one. On Sunday Times, you guys, they did that thing that they do where they write an article online, but then they lock it for subscribers. Okay, they're like, you have to subscribe, or at least you have to pay for this copy. Okay, so the title of the article was Sello's marriage ends in acrimony. And I was like, but I know all about this acrimony because I have discussed this acrimony. So why am I going to pay for this article from the Sunday Times? Because they are probably talking about the same thing that the Sunday World is talking about. I was like, not worth it, okay? Not worth my 20-something rands. Now, you guys, the Sunday World must have paid for the Sunday Times subscription because now they are talking about what was written in the Sunday Times. And if the Sunday World is talking about what was written in the Sunday Times, we are going to talk about what was written in the Sunday Times that is now written in the Sunday World. You understand? So if you are somebody that is tired of hearing about this marriage, honey, go watch other videos because there are other videos on this channel. For the rest of you, come because you are going to say, now, you guys, background to this story. Of course, Sello Maake and his wife, Pearl Mbewe, are saying that they're getting a divorce. I'm saying they are saying they're getting a divorce because, listen, if by the end of the day you see that couple cause it up, posting pictures on Instagram by the end of today, it wouldn't surprise us. It's just how their marriage is, okay? They will expose each other, then they will come back and say everything that was exposed in the newspaper is a lie. They are still together. They love each other very much. It's the people, okay? It's the company. Like my kids will say, it's a company. They will say it's the people. The people are jealous of our relationship, okay? One thing that has been coming up now and then when people will talk about Sello Maake is the subject of the HIV status. Okay? Remember when Zandi Kumalo, the public figure, once wrote a post and insinuated that Sello Maake might not be well, like we are cool. And we all know in South Africa, all of the medical conditions that you can have are named. If you have cancer, we say you have cancer. If you've had a stroke, you have had a stroke. We name all of them, but once we say you are sick or once we say we are gula, all of us know what that means, okay? So I had never really mentioned that in any of the videos that I did, or if I did, I mentioned it in passing because I always feel like that is a sensitive matter if we are going to talk about somebody's status, especially when somebody has not been the one that revealed their own status. Okay, we do all kinds of videos here. Okay, some a celebrity is diagnosed of this, we come and talk about it. But there is just something about an HIV status that is just like sensitive, and it's very difficult to do those videos. So I've tried to stay away from that. But now, you guys, it's different because you know why? They are saying Bab Sello Maake actually revealed his own status. I was like, really? I actually have to go finish that interview with Lebo that he did because maybe he did talk about it. I thought that this is something that he is not publicly talking about it. So now with Pearl, because there was another article that where Pearl was saying Sello Maake had exposed her to sexually transmitted, diseases, okay, or infections. And I was like, I do wonder if the three letters is part of what she's talking about. But she also didn't name anything. So now, you guys, it's being named. They are saying Sello Maake has revealed his own HIV status, and that article is on the Sunday Times, but I'm going to read from the Sunday World. Okay, so I ain't revealing nobody's status. They are saying he revealed it himself. So this is what is happening, you guys. It says here how Sello Maake exposed me to HIV. This is the wife that is saying, okay? So listen to what the Sunday World is saying. By the way, this is a story written by Ongwako Malaji for the Sunday World. It says, Sello Maake wife, Upelbewe, has broken her silence upon how the thespian exposed her to HIV and the trauma she suffered as a result of a dreadful discovery of his own infection. Bewe has also accused Maake of leading the public down the garden path about the dates on which he tested HIV positive. Okay, so Bewe decided to lift a lid on the matter after Maake told the Sunday World last week that he tested positive last year when the two were trying to make their first baby. So in the Sunday Times, Sello Maake is saying that last year he tested HIV positive. Okay, he's saying that is when he found out. So he says, yes, speaking to the Sunday World, Bewe, who had pressed and withdrawn criminal charges against Maake for, among others, exposing her to HIV and AIDS, said that they started having unprotected sex after the thespian assured her that he was HIV negative, saying he had just tested negative shortly after they started dating. 3 months after breaking up with the father of my kids, I went to test because I did not want to find myself carrying a child of my ex or jumping into another relationship without knowing my HIV status. My pregnancy and HIV results came out negative. This is at the beginning of their relationship. So when he told me that he too was negative, I naively believed him, she said. Bewe said that she and Maake did the deed like rabbits. I cannot say this word. I cannot, Lord. Father God, I cannot say this word, okay? It's not about YouTube. It's about me, Father, okay? I'm trying to go to heaven here. Bewe said that she and Maake did the deed like rabbits on steroids after they tied the knot, because he told her that he wanted to have a child born in wedlock, saying that all his other children were born outside of matrimony, okay? Listen, I'm shocked that Sello Maake is still doing it like the rabbits. I also wanted to make him an heir more because he was my husband and I loved him to bits. But after several rolls in the hay, they both became worried and asked themselves why she was not conceiving. She said that they then decided to see a fertility specialist who, after running a battery of a test, gave them medication to improve her chances to conceive. Ran a battery of tests. Oh, that's a new one to me. The gynecologist said that Mbewe, who also suggested that they undergo HIV tests to check if it was not contributing a factor to her difficulty to fall pregnant, especially because of the ex's age, who is 64 years old. Okay. This they did in 20. Why is this thing running away? You see, now this thing doesn't want me to gossip. Okay. This they did in 2021 and not in 2023, as the former scandal actor claimed in the media last week. But we can forgive him. He's just messing up the years, guys. I mean, being 61 is a lot, okay? When the results came back 2 or 3 days later, the gynecologist phoned him and told him that he wanted to see him to discuss the results. He then asked the gynecologist to tell him on the phone. The gynecologist then broke the news to him and told him that his results came back positive, because it's possible that he already knew. My husband then asked about my results, and the gynecologist told him that he will share the results with me. But by God's grace, my results were negative. Okay. Bewe said that despite the negative results, she was traumatized. She said that she then asked him if he was telling the truth when he told her that he had tested negative before they started their relationship. Okay. She said that in their next physical consultation, they were both given several options for in vitro fertilization, including harvesting her egg. Bewe said that the gynecologist advised Maake Ncube to start taking the ARVs until his viral load was reduced or undetectable. Bewe said research on behalf of Maake Ncube. Bewe did research on behalf of Maake Ncube and found out that his HIV specialist in St. Hi guys, angizwa lento engiyifundayo. Okay. Bewe said that the gynecologist advised Maake Ncube to start taking ARVs until his viral load is reduced or undetectable. Bewe did research on behalf of her husband and found him an HIV specialist in Sandton who requested that they should do more tests before beginning their treatment, she said. My test results once more came back negative and his came back positive. Okay. What if he was already on medication and that's why they were not able to pill? You understand? But the doctor would know. I don't know. The doctor told me that if I continue to have unprotected sex with him, I might also contract the virus. We have been using protection ever since. Okay. I can't believe that as an adult you have to be told that if your spouse is HIV positive and they're not taking any medication, you might actually be infected yourself. So it was only last year that we tested to check his viral load and established that it was not detectable and transmittable. He then indicated that since we paid over 150,000 for IVF, we must proceed with the treatment because he desperately wanted to chill with me. But then, since the test, he started acting weird and telling me that I am arrogant, assertive, and was not submitting to him because I have special genes. Guys, there are so many shocks here. I'm not laughing at the situation, but there are so many shocks. Number one, Sello Maake is still getting it on. Okay. Number two, he's trying to have a baby in his 60s. Like, no pale got deny. Like, this is not a man that does not have children. He has children, grown children, okay? But he still wants another one in his 60s. Okay. So it says here, my sin and downfall of our marriage was because, unfortunately, I did contract the virus. because unfortunately I didn't contract the virus. If I had also tested positive, my estranged husband would have started telling me that I'm the only special woman he has slept with in his life or in recently in recent years. Guys, I'm reading nonsense. Okay. Now, Sello must stop lying and soliciting the public sympathy in my name. I have all the proof that he is lying. Not in my name. Not today. Not today, devil. Not today, Satan. Okay. This is per se. Okay. Attempt to solicit comments from Maake drew blank. We thought that when they grow older, they start kind of acting reasonable. We thought that, Father God. That's why we were reconsidering, ukubashisa next week on the 16th, because we thought maybe if we just wait for them ukuthi bakhule babe amakhehla, mase bebe amakhehla vele they baguga faster than us, so they will need us to take care of them. Maybe when they grow older they start to act better, but apparently not. Listen, you guys, I've read you an article so you can decide what you believe. For me, I just believe that maybe, just maybe Sello Maake knew his status, because that period was very short for him to be taking medication, and now the virus is undetectable, and he was never really he never really gave it to, so Pearl never got infected, but he only found out like last year that he is HIV positive. Listen, you guys. HIV and AIDS is a disease like any other. In fact, I would say cancer is worse than HIV and AIDS, because as far as I know, they don't have any treatment that you can take your cancer and get to a point where cancer is undetectable. Okay, if they look in your body and they say we can't find any cancer, it's because then you are cancer free. But when you still have cancer, they can find it. Okay, so I think that, in my opinion, having cancer is even worse than HIV, because with HIV they have treatment, honey. But in this story, guys, I don't believe that that was the first time that Sello Maake did the test last year and found out that he was positive. And I also, you guys, and that is dangerous, because that means that he might have been positive, but wangamtshela uphele. Even if it was undetectable, but you still need to inform your partner so that they make the right decision for themselves. Okay. Anyway, you guys, that's why I'm doing this story, because I said that I was done with this, talking about this marriage, but things just keep coming out. Sello Maake is still getting it on, and he might not be getting it on with only his wife. Anyway, you guys, tell me what you think about this in the comment section. Like the video before Pumegiona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.